Hey y'all. Let's talk about how you can buy land to create passive income. All right, I'm going to tell you a story. This is my very favorite story about how to buy land for passive income. This is one of the very first deals that I ever did, and a lot of people are used to me talking about creative financing or weird real estate or something different, right? Well, I'm very proud to say that this story and how I bought this tract of land is one of the cleanest, easiest, most relatable stories that I have on real estate investing. In 2012, I decided that I was going to become a real estate investor. So in December of 2012, I went to an auction on a Saturday morning and I bought a piece of land. It cost me like $1,200. I just wanted to get in and get my toes wet and kind of figure out how all this happened, all right? $1,200, I was in and out and done, no big deal. This was a piece of property way out in the country and I just wanted to be a real estate investor. Then the summer of 2013 rolled around and I wanted to buy another piece of land. I wanted to try it again. I wanted to see what I could find. So for me to tell you how to get started in real estate investing and how to buy land at auction, what I want you to do is go to the old Googler, type in real estate auctioneer near me, and then a bunch of mom and pa real estate auctioneers will pop up around you. Auction.com will also pop up, but I'm not a big fan of auction.com, so skip over that one, and then you'll find Smith Auction Company, Jones Family Auctions, blah, 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 real estate auctions, all right? So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the mom and pa sites, and then when you go to their website, up in the top right corner, it'll say, hey, do you want us to email you our upcoming real estate auctions? And you will say, yes, please, here's my email address, and thank you very much. That's literally what I did to find this first piece of land for passive income. I signed up for on a website for an auction company who was going to send me an email every day with their auctions. It can literally be that easy, that simple. So, the thing is, it took me 6 months from that first auction in December of 2012 to June of 2013 before I found anything else I wanted to buy. All right? The hardest part about buying pieces of land, especially at auction, is waiting on a good deal. All right? I'm a millennial. We're not known for having a whole lot of patience. So waiting those 6 months on another real estate deal to come by was literally the hardest part of buying this first piece. So, day of the auction comes, it's in June 2013, and it's a piece of half-acre land in the city of Knoxville. It's zoned industrial, which is very important. In real estate, there's a hierarchy, there's a pyramid, all right? And the top of the totem pole is industrial land. It's the most expensive to buy, usually. It's the most expensive taxed, but it collects the highest rent. All right, industrial land is the top, and then commercial land. Commercial land could be apartments, could be shopping centers, could be McDonald's land. Your church is probably on commercial land. That's going to be commercial. And then the third step on the hierarchy of real estate, as far as I'm concerned, is residential land. That's where your subdivisions are. That's where your big fancy houses are. It's residential. It's actually anything up to 4 units considered residential, but it's mostly houses. And then at the bottom, the big base of our pyramid in real estate is agricultural land. Everything started agricultural land. And then we built houses, and then we built commercial buildings, and then we needed industrial land. All right, so agricultural, residential, commercial, and industrial. So it was very important when I found this piece of half-acre dirt, it was zoned industrial. Super important because I knew how expensive industrial land could be. So, to my surprise, I put in $1,500 as my top bid. Now, this auction was online. Anybody in the world could have bid on this piece of industrial land in the city of Knoxville. There was a big sign out in front of it. It had gone out on this email blast. It was on the World Wide Web, y'all. It was out there. But I bought it. I put in $1,500 as my max bid, and $1,500 won. Nobody bid against me. The auction ended at midnight, and the next morning I woke up to an email from the guys at the auction company that said, "Congratulations, you've bought this piece of land." Then I had to close it. But the thing is, it only cost me $1,500 plus the 10% buyer's premium, because you have to pay the auctioneer on top of the gavel price. So usually in real estate, if I'm buying something for $100,000, then real estate commissions are built into that, at least in America. But at an auction, if you buy something for $100,000, then the commissions, the buyer's premium, go on top. So you could pay 10%, 20%, 50%. But most real estate auctioneers, at least around me, charge 10%. So if you buy it for $100,000, you're actually going to close on $110,000. Your purchase price is going to be $110,000. I paid $1,500. So my buyer's premium was $150, which means I had to bring $1,650 and some change to pay taxes and the title work and all that stuff. But seriously, I think my total bill was $1,686.36. $1,600, right under $1,700. Most people, especially people that want to be real estate investors, they could find $1,700, right? I mean, you could probably scratch around in your couch right now and come up with $1,700. But the most important part of this piece of dirt that I bought happened 6 months later, in December of 2013. I was up at the Knox County Codes officials, and I was flirting with the guys behind the counter because I was trying to flip one of my mama's houses, but I was just kind of talking to them. And I said, yeah, I buy houses too. I'm buying land. I got that piece over on Prosser Road. And they were like, oh, let me look it up. They said, you also own that driveway? I said, no, you're kidding me. And I literally had no idea. The codes guys found out that this half-acre piece of dirt that I bought, it has neighbors. Okay, so let's say there's lot A, lot B, and lot C. I bought lot B for $1,500. Lot A belongs to a Fortune 500 company, like on the NASDAQ, like a really effing big deal. Okay, lot A. Lot C belongs to a local salvage yard, also a really big deal. Like either one of these people could have easily paid the $1,700 that I paid for this piece of dirt, but they didn't. I did. So I bought lot B. Lot A is right next to me, right? Well, there's a driveway between A and B. And the city guys found out that that driveway used to be a road. But in 1992, the city said, we don't want to fool with keeping the pavement on this road anymore. We're just going to give the right side of that driveway to lot B and the left side of that driveway to lot A. So the property line met in the middle, right? Well, the best part about that was the people on lot A were driving on the driveway between them and me. They're driving on this driveway. So I called them and said, hey, you're driving on my side of the driveway and I want to collect rent. They said, no, little real estate girl. We've been driving on this driveway for 100 years. It's not yours. We're not paying you any rent. And I said, that's fine. Have it surveyed. Let me know what you find out. 2 weeks later, the main guy had his secretary call me. Miss Nicely, we've recently had the property on Prosser Road surveyed, and it turns out that we are driving on your side of the driveway, and we'd like to pay you rent. I said, well, that sounds wonderful. How much do you want to pay me? She said, we'll pay you $250 every month. But because my mama didn't raise a fool, or at least not this kid, I said, will you also pay my taxes? Well, how much are they? I said $50 a year. She said, yeah, we'll pay your taxes at $50 a year. That's no problem. But also, because I wanted to see what else I could get out of this deal, I said, well, it's a driveway. It's going to need new gravel every great once in a while. And if a tree falls on it, then I don't want to get out there with a chainsaw. I mean, look at me. I'm not running a chainsaw. Will you also take care of the maintenance of that driveway on both sides, your side and my side? She said, yes, that's fine. If we need gravel because it's going to be our trucks driving on your driveway, we will cover that also. I said, fantastic. But one more thing before you go, lady. I said, I've owned this property for 6 months. Are you willing to pay me back rent for the time that I've owned it? She said, 6 months by $250, that's about $1,500. Is that right? I said, yeah, that's something. That's about right. That'll do. She said, that's no problem. We'll write you a check for $1,800. Put it in the mail. I said, thank you very much. Y'all, I just negotiated what is known in real estate as a triple net lease. All right? These people in lot A are driving on my driveway. I have no overhead. It's a driveway, guys. It's just land. They're paying me $250 a month, so they're paying rent. They're also paying for any maintenance, and they're paying for taxes. Triple net. Sometimes you just pay rent, and then you got to pay your own, and then the landlord covers your maintenance and your taxes. Sometimes people, especially in commercial and industrial real estate, they'll pay rent plus taxes. I got her to agree to rent, taxes, and maintenance. That's triple net. But I also got reimbursed for the entire time that I'd had the property because they've been driving on it. So literally 6 months after I'd owned this property, a year from the very first time I ever bought any land at auction, I got a check that put all of my money back in my purse. I paid out nearly $1,700. My first check came in right at $1,800. In 6 months, I had all my money back. And then I was collecting $250 a month. I mean, for the rest of any of us are going to be alive, I'm going to collect $250 a month off that property. Because this is a huge Fortune 500 company and they need my driveway. Yeah, they could probably offer to pay me $100,000 for this property because in the long run, they'd probably come out ahead. But for a company like this, they're just as happy to send me $250 a month and not worry about a thing. Now, $250 a month is just barely enough to get your hair and your nails done every single month. It doesn't even hardly cover your car payment every month, now does it? But that's just the driveway. I get $250 a month just for the driveway on this property. I still have a half-acre piece of land zoned industrial in the city of Knoxville. So what do? Well, of course, I'm going to rent it too. Land for passive income, y'all. $250 a month for the driveway, and I get $500 a month for the land. Who rents land for $500 a month? Well, when you're zoned industrial, you can have outside storage. So I've had 2 or 3 different companies rent this land from me in the last several years. One guy owned a dumpster rental. So you know when you're flipping houses and then you got to order the dumpster and then they haul the stuff off to the dump and then they bring the dumpster back and then they haul the stuff off to the dump and then they bring the dumpster back? Well, when all of those dumpsters aren't on a job site, they have to sleep somewhere. And industrial land in the city of Knoxville will allow those dumpsters to sleep outside. So that guy parked his dumpsters on my half-acre piece of land for $500 a month. It was like nothing to him to write that $500 a month check. The guy that is there now, he works something or another with like shipping containers, like the big, heavy, bulky ones that you see on the big boats going to and from China carrying, tennis shoes and stuff. Well, those containers have to be stored on land from time to time while they're waiting to get loaded with whatever. So he somehow does something with those, and you can't just plop those puppies down anywhere. You have to have a piece of industrial land to plop those things down. So I get $250 a month passive income on my land for the driveway, and I get $500 a month passive income on the land from the container guys. That's $750 a month in passive income from one single $1,700 investment that I got back in 6 months. I'm talking about no overhead, no plumbing, no electrical, no nothing. Just dirt, y'all. Land. $750 a month. Imagine if you had $750 a month. Oh, here comes Abby the Labby. Hi, Abby the Labby. If you have $750 a month coming in, if you save that and don't spend it, after a year, you're going to have $7,500 and another $9,000. Well, we know that we can go to auctions and buy land, half acre, for $1,500. But if we had $9,000, maybe we could buy 5 acres of land at auction. And if we can rent a half acre in the driveway for $750 a month, maybe we could rent 5 acres to a farmer who needs a place to put his cows or his chickens or his horses or something. Maybe he would pay $2,000 or $2,500. That's $500 per acre. Maybe he'd pay $2,500. And if we paid $9,000 for 5 acres and he pays us $2,500 a month, it would take 5 months before we had our money back. And then we'd have $250 coming for the driveway, $500 coming for the land, and $2,500 coming in every month on those 5 acres. That would be $3,200 in about a year and a half that we would be cash flowing. Y'all, buying land is an excellent, perfect way to create passive income in real estate investing with very little actually invested to get started. And from there, then you want to start buying houses, you want to start buying apartment units, you want to start buying businesses, you want to start buying hotels, you want to start buying everything. And that's where I can help you. Because once you get all this money coming in, you don't want to spend that money. You just want to buy more real estate. Right? So that's what I do. I help women just like you buy houses without banks or a license, without anybody running your credit, without needing to know much more than I want to be a big fancy lady landlord when I grow up. And you can do it. I teach women how to do house deals all the time. I'll teach you how to do land deals. I'll teach you how to buy apartments. I'll teach you how to do anything and everything I know how to do. I'll be glad to help you. All the details are on whitneynicely.com. You're only one deal away from creating $750 a month, $2,500 a month, $10,000 a month. But you got to get started. All the details are on whitneynicely.com. Let me know if you have any questions, or drop me a comment down below. Let me know if I confused you or if I lost you somewhere in all of that. I'm here to help you, ladies. From one woman to another, let me help you get started in real estate investing. Go to whitneynicely.com. Bye, y'all. Let's make that passive income.